Hey there, what's up guys, this is Crypto Mac and we are watching Crypto with Crypto Mac. Hope you guys are doing great today. Before going to this video, please like this video and also subscribe to this channel to support this channel. So today we are going to see about an amazing upgrade, and it is a very much important upgrade in Ethereum that is going to happen soon on Ethereum 1 and also on Ethereum 2, and this is a very much important upgrade on the Ethereum blockchain, which is mainly dealing with the Ethereum gas fees and also about the supply of the Ethereum. So this is very much important because it will make Ethereum scarce in the sense which will we know that if any asset that has more scarce means the value of the that particular asset will be going higher. In terms of Ethereum, this is an important upgrade we are going to see, and we are going to discuss about Ethereum technical analysis, also about the price, and also Bitcoin technical analysis. As usual, we'll be starting with market analysis, and then we will be going to these technical analysis and about that particular upgrade in Ethereum. So stay tuned and let's dive into this video. First of all, we can do market analysis in CoinGecko. If we see the top 10 coins past 24 hours performance, we have Bitcoin 2.6% up, Ethereum 1.5% up, XRP minus 7.4% down, Litecoin 0.8% up, and Bitcoin Cash 0.5% up, Chainlink minus 0.0% up, that is going sideways, Cardano minus 1% down, Polkadot minus 0.1% down, Binance Coin is 1.1% up. So overall, the top 10 coins are just moving sideways, and you can see Bitcoin is a little bit bullish. We can discuss about that in Bitcoin technical analysis. Let's see past 24 hours top gainers. If we see gainers, we have Amplify 13% up, Energy Web Token 11.6% up, NEM 9.7% up, Elrond 10.2% up, and we have Cosmos 8.4% up, and other than that less than 10%. So quite a little, some of the coins are recovering good, and some of the coins are just moving sideways. So this is all about the past 24 hours gainers, and if we see past 24 hours losers, we have minus 7.4 XRP. No losers, guys. This is less than minus 10%. So no losers. Overall market is quite sideways, and you can see some of the coins are quite recovering, and this is in the top 100 list actually. So some of the coins that we have discussed already, like Polkadot coins like Polkastarter, that is performing tremendously well. And if you see Polkastarter, you can see it is past 24 hours 31.8% up. So it's quite a low cap coin, and we have discussed about Polkastarter in the previous videos, and it is performing quite well, and you can see it is now 31.8% up, and that's a major thing. So this is about because it's a quality project actually. They are going to launch the Polkadex, that is a decentralized exchange soon, I think from December 16 or 15. So it's a very much important project, and you can see it has pumped 31.8%. So this is all about Polkastarter and market analysis. Now let's see the Bitcoin technical analysis. So if we see Bitcoin price, we have broken this particular triangle and we dropped significantly. Again we dropped, which is we are making like lower highs, this one lower highs and lower lows. But what we did is we haven't went to this particular support area, and we have been discussing about this particular trend line. That is an important trend line. If we broke this and if we break this level, then the trend is going to be bearish. But what the Bitcoin did is, you can see break down, and it made a support as this area, then it just jumped and came back to this particular bullish trend above the bullish trend line, which indicates Bitcoin is still strong and it's still bullish in this case. That's a major thing about this one. And if you extend it, this can be acting as one of the resistance. Maybe it can act as one of the resistance, but now until it breaks and until it stays below this trend line, then if it stays below this trend line, then the trend can be changed to bearish. But above this trend line, you can see the overall trend is bullish now. That's a major thing. And about the daily time frame, we can have a look on the daily time frame. So you can see over here, daily time frame, we haven't closed in the daily time frame below this particular trend line. You can see over here we dropped below this trend line, but we closed above this trend line, and again we closed this candle above this trend line. So in terms of daily also, it is quite bullish. Bitcoin is looking quite bullish. That's a major thing. And This is all about the thing, and let's have a look on this particular 21-week moving average. 21-week moving average is now staying at $13,200. Let's see how it goes by this close of this particular candle. That's a major thing. Okay. So that's all for this Bitcoin technical analysis. Now we can discuss about Ethereum. So Ethereum is a major thing, and there are major updates going on for Ethereum. So we know that Ethereum now it is staying at $569, and with a circulating supply of 113 million. So this is the circulating supply, but this supply is going to be reduced because of because of the burning process in Ethereum. That upgrade is going to happen soon on Ethereum. So that's a major thing. And still, if you see, Bitcoin is we are nearer to all-time high. We broke the all-time high also, but in case of Ethereum, it's 60.7% down from all-time high. So you can see over here, it is 60% down from all-time high, which indicates we are so much down from the all-time high. So we have lots of lots of space to grow until we reach this all-time high. That is $1,500. You can see we have minus 60.7% down. So that's a major thing. Ethereum is so undervalued, and you can see the major upgrade are also going to happen, which will make Ethereum more and more scarce. We will discuss about that one. Before going into this, we will do some technical analysis of Ethereum. Then we can have a look on that one. So regarding the technical analysis, we have been discussing about this particular ascending triangle in the previous videos, and this particular ascending triangle you can see over here. This one, I can change the color now to have clear visibility to yellow. Okay, now this is the particular ascending triangle that has been formed, but usually the ascending triangle will break upwards. That's the major thing about the particular ascending triangle. But you can see we have broken this triangle downwards, but it looks like fake out because we came above this trend line again. And if we see it in the daily time frame, you can have a look on this daily time frame. We haven't closed below this particular trend line, so it looks like we suddenly went above this trend line and we are closing above here. That's a major thing. And in terms of trend, you can see over in the 4-hour time frame. So this is what we have been discussing, we have been expecting, because after breaking this particular trend line that has been formed in a shorter time frame, we expect that price would come up to this level. It actually comes up to this level and broken this level, then it came above this particular trend line. So this indicates the Ethereum trend is still is still in the uptrend, and it also looks like an famous W pattern, which is double bottom pattern. You can see over here, it came below one, then it went to this, then it making another bottom, that is a double bottom, then we are moving upwards. So in terms of double bottom, I'm making that as white, a little bit thicker. So in terms of double bottom, you can see it won, and again it is forming a double bottom. This is the particular neckline, and if we break this neckline, then the price will there is no resistance of this particular area. That's a major thing. So this is the neckline, and if we broke the neckline, then the price can go easily to this particular $620. That's a major thing. And one more thing we can also draw is this one, downward trend line, by connecting this. So everything is just coinciding. That is the major thing. Coincident has happening. This is the major coincidence. You can see over here. So this is we can say as an area of confluence, where this will decide whether the trend is going to move up or again it is going to break downwards. That's a major thing. So you can see over here, we broke this short-term trend line, and then we dropped significantly. We find support from this and this area, and which looks like we have been forming a double bottom. So this is one of the bottom, this is one of the bottom, and this is another bottom. So it looks like we have been forming a double bottom, and that particular double bottom, and the neckline of this double bottom pattern is this one, the neckline. So and we are now nearer to this particular double bottom neckline. That's a major thing. And one more thing is about this particular downward trend line. This is now whether it is going to break or not. It is also nearer to this price. So if we break this level, then Ethereum is going to be a going to change the short-term downtrend to uptrend. That's a major thing. If we break this level, then Ethereum is what to say, it's strongly bullish. That's a major thing. And if this breaks, and we will be easily breaking this level quite soon. That's a major thing. So this level is in major ascending triangle. So if we break this level, what is the target is? We have been discussing about the target in the larger time frame, that is $800. You can see over here, this would be the next, what to say, next major target, that is $800, $820 to $800. So that would be a major target, and we have been drawing the same thing from here. We have been closing this particular ascending triangle, and if it breaks from this level, it would bring the price to $800, actually accurately to $800. So this is a major thing, and the resistance is at $800. So this $800 would be an important resistance zone. This is the target. Actually, if we break this particular ascending triangle, it looks like we are going to break this one, and we are approaching to $800. That can happen anytime. That's a major thing. And also we are 60%, keep this in mind, we are 60% down from all-time high. So that's all about the technical analysis of Ethereum. And the major thing we are going to discuss about this is this one, about the Ethereum, is this one. Actually, this is EIP upgrade, actually EIP 1559. So this is the particular upgrade that is going to happen. EIP 1559 fee market change. It is actually EIP 1559 is it's a particular idea that is proposed by, I think, Eric. EIP 1559, yeah, this is the one. It is a final component to Ethereum's economic system. It solves UX surrounding gas management, and it does much more. Actually, it is an Ethereum improvement proposal submitted by Eric Corner. So this is around, I think, 2019. So this is going to happen soon. This is going to be implemented on Ethereum soon. That's the main thing. The conversation is going on about EIP 1559, and here where they will check the codes, and they will whether all the developers will be finding whether there is an error or not. Okay, whether the EIP 1559 is okay, everything. You can see EIP 1559 finalized, so everything is going accordingly. All the codes are right, means they will be implementing EIP 1559 soon into this particular Ethereum. So it is going to happen on Ethereum 1 and also on Ethereum 2 also. That's a major thing. Commented 5 days ago. Here it is the implementation of EIP. So EIP 1559. You can see over here. This is the major discussion panel where they will be discussing about the codes and other things, whether the codes are right or not, and checking will be going on, and they will be correcting the errors, and they will be implementing this particular EIP 1559. So what is EIP 1559? Actually, EIP 1559 is mainly about the upgradation of Ethereum's monetary policies. Is mainly dealing with the gas fees and about the tip that is going for the miners. And the major update on this particular, it is doing different things. The main two things is establishing the market rate for block inclusion and burns the majority of ETH in the transaction fee. That is the major important update we have to see, is this one. Burns the majority of ETH in the transaction fees. So now we having lots of transaction fees that is going to the miners, but now after this particular EIP 1559 update, what will be done is portion of the transaction fees will be given to miners, and portion of this particular transaction fees will be burned, which means it will be taken off from the supply. That's a major thing. So burning the bulk of ETH transaction fees provide a deflationary mechanism to Ether's supply, which adds to the scarcity of Ether and long-term security of Ethereum. So burning the Ethereum means it is making the supply. It is reducing the supply actually. So it will provide a deflationary mechanism for Ether supply, which adds scarcity of Ethereum. And one more thing has to maintain is this one. There are different parameters out there, because if there is an ETH issuance rate and also ETH burning rate. So if ETH burning rate is higher than ETH issuance rate, which will make the reduction in supply. What it will do is it will increase the price of the Ethereum. That's a major thing. It will make the Ethereum as a deflationary token. That's a major important update about this one. You can see burning the base fee. Burning base fee burns ETH. So it's a major thing about this update, and you can have on this two parameters, like, see, it's a tweet from Vitalik, or if EIP 155 is implemented, the bulk of the transaction fees get burnt directly. So that's a major thing. And you can see over again, an important difference between proof of work and proof of stake is that in the former, transaction fees accrue the hash power of the network with no corresponding reduction in inflation, whereas in the later it accrues to the stakers, which effectively lowers real inflation. And he is replying to that, if EIP 155 is implemented, it will, most of the transaction fees will be getting burned directly. That's a major update. And you can see reducing inflation based on aggregate spending. So this is the two important rate. That is, one is ETH burn rate, which tracks the scale of Ethereum economy. As the economic activity on the Ethereum grows, Ethereum burn rate will follow. So which means if activities on Ethereum network is growing, means there will be a congestion over the Ethereum network, which will increase the Ethereum gas fees. So the amount of Ethereum gas fees, higher the amount of Ethereum gas fees, higher the higher the burning rate of Ethereum. That's a major thing. So as the economic activity on Ethereum grows, the Ethereum burn rate will follow it. This the ETH issue to burn ratio, so which is the supply to burning ratio, is the metric that shows the trend of ETH scarcity. If ratio is below 1, ETH supply is decreasing. That's a major thing. ETH issue to burn ratio. So if that particular ratio is below 1, means what it indicates means ETH supply is decreasing, because the burning is happening more compared to the Ethereum's issuance. That is, we will be having particular amount of ETH issuance that is due to mining or staking that is happening in terms of ETH 2.0 or ETH 1, if now mining has been happening. So ETH issue to burn ratio, if burning is higher, the Ethereum supply will be getting reduced, which will in turn increases the price of the Ethereum. That's a major important upgrade that is going to be implemented in Ethereum's blockchain soon. So that's a major important update about EIP 1559. And you can see Alexander has been he has been posting this one. EIP 1559 free market change pull request is now live on GitHub. So it is now, pull request is live on GitHub. So this particular thing will be nominated. All these conversation and all these error checking will be going on. Then finally, if everything goes well, this will be implemented soon. So Ethereum is said to become more scarce, harder money with negative net issuance. Stock to flow will literally to be off the charts. So you can see this is a comparison of different assets, stock to flow ratio. Bitcoin is there. This is a blue dots, which has been increasing. Silver, stock to flow, diamond, gold, real estate, now Ethereum. What it is meaning is, if EIP 1559 is implemented, Ethereum stock to flow ratio, this will be way much higher than all other assets, because the major thing is not only decreasing the supply of Ethereum, we have larger networking, which is larger activities that is going on Ethereum. That's a major thing. So if larger the updates and larger the network activity that is going on Ethereum, what will do is it will increases the gas fees, which will in turn increases the burning rate. So if the burning rate is much higher than the issuance rate, let's see about the ETH supply. That's a major thing. ETH supply is drastically reduced in terms of it will drastically reduce compared to now. That's a major thing. So this is we know there are lots of activities going on. That is what mentioned here also. You can see over here. He was mentioning about particular ETH issuance, and okay, you can see. So this is he is tweeting about this one, and September 25, 2019. This is during when the DeFi market is not even there. Now we have all the DeFi market, all the network activities, all the DeFi things are going on Ethereum in 2020. So that's a major thing. Over the past week, fees on Ethereum have been 1,400 ETH per day. So this is the past week fees. And you can see, once both EIP 1559 and POS are implemented at 10 million total stake, the network would be issuing 1550 ETH per day and burning 140 ETH per day. That is 1,400 ETH per day will be burned. ETH will be burned per day, and 1,550 ETH will be issued per day. So it is, you can see the network would be operating securely at nearly zero issuance, and this is during the past year. That is, the network activity on Ethereum is a little bit low compared to now. Now we have lots of network activities that is happening on Ethereum because of DeFi and other things, NFTs, everything is happening on Ethereum. Because of that, this particular network activity of Ethereum is way higher compared to 2019. So at that time itself, you can see there is per day 1,400 ETH has been 1,400 ETH is a fees. that is consumed consumed per day during that particular year. And you can see if the issuance is 1,550, that is 1550, you can see it is almost near to zero. That is the total issuance. But if we consider now, the gas fees will be way much higher compared to this particular 1400 ETH per day. So compare this with the particular circulating supply along with this, or to say, staking mechanism that is going to happen, and amount of ETH will be get locked. So the circulating supply of Ethereum will be drastically reduced, which I'm expecting the price would tremendously go up and up. And I'm expecting, if all these EIP 1559 is implemented and proof of stake, everything is happening, and the network activity is still same, which will drastically reduce the supply, which will make the price of Ethereum, and you can say maybe around 20,000 during the Bitcoin bull run, and after that we can expect Ethereum has a greater area to grow, and the reduction of supply will make the price of Ethereum maybe more than $20,000. So that's a major thing about Ethereum. This is a major important update about Ethereum, EIP 1559. When once it is implemented, we will be seeing some changes and in the circulating supply. That is a great thing. So that's all about this video. I have to discuss about this particular EIP 1559 in this video. I have discussed a lot about this one, and this is a major upgrade in the ETH gas fees, and that is going to be burned. Portion of Ethereum gas fee is going to be burnt. So that's all. Hope you would like this video. If you like this video, please smash the like button and also subscribe this channel to support this channel. I'll see you guys in another video of crypto with Crypto Mac. Until then, signing off, Crypto Mac. See you guys.